Hi everyone, and thanks for checking out my channel. Midweek checkpoint, looking at a few commodities, starting with WTI crude oil, having a look at the 1 hour chart, which is the one I'm looking at to set up trading plan, because that's roughly the one that's the most relevant given the current volatility on this market. So the plan was the last video that I made over the weekend was basically to look at that level, the 24, and look at entry here to short the market. I did start loading short at 24.5, waiting for the break down to add to the short, but there was that move up, caught up a little bit by surprise. Let that trade run to see what would happen at the top, because mainly of that divergence here, and finally went down, and I added short and the 24 break down, then closed the trade at I think somewhere on 23. It was a bit too early, but yeah, the momentum, it was going a little bit too fast to the support area to break it through like this, so I thought it would be safer just to take profit and just stay out of the market for now. Now, looking at the consolidation that happened next, I think it's fair to see that that trend line is definitely relevant. The hourly 50 MA is definitely bringing support, so I'll wait for the Asian session and tomorrow opening and see how we go. If we can stay here and accumulate in, I would say, between 22.5 and 23.5, maybe looking at a long entry with a stop loss not too far away, probably below 22, and to trade that move from here, and for a retest of 26. We still have that trend line compressing the 26, or actually a little bit lower, let's say between 25 26, and potentially for breakout that could lead to 28 resistance. That would be the next target, so that's what I'm going to look at. Of course, there's still that 1 hour divergence here. Arguably it could actually break as low as the start of this large move, so we're talking about like $18 level, but doesn't seem like you can get any follow through on this large red candle, so I'm a bit not really convinced that we are going to go that far, but we'll see. Of course, if 22 is breaking down, that's definitely a bearish sign that the downtrend might resume and move much lower. Potentially 18 could be another target. Looking at natural gas, it was a significant sell-off today. So we had on yesterday breakout of that key resistance level, just sitting at the psychological level of the $2. I would have liked that to happen differently, like having more accumulation along the week and get that breakout a bit later. But that did happen a little bit violently here and went straight to 2.12 and set that divergence here. So the first one wasn't too concerning since we had a massive momentum, but when we reached the 212 and then we got that other attempt at 215 and still averaging like this, that wasn't a good sign. So I didn't edge that position, fortunately. Probably should have, but so they would potentially make some bull flag and start accumulating, consolidating. They want to get caught with a short position at that point. But yes, I think for now we got that sell-off down there. We cleared the divergence clearly, so this is going there, and now we are reaching that trend line, which is on the hourly chart on the new contract, which is running with 200 MA as well at 194. So expecting the price to get some buying support here, but yes, accumulation will have to resume, tightening to the end of the week and potentially for a new breakout. So keeping an eye on the natural gas, and definitely looking at edging should we break lower than 192, 190. that would invalidate the short-term accumulation and start again in a range or something that could start from a lower point. Looking at gold as well, it's an interesting market that I was trying to short recently, but without a lot of success. Now what I'll be looking at is on the weekly chart here. You can see that we are approaching now the 1670 level. That is very important. If that one breaks, we are going to visit potentially 1600. So that's one potential short trade to take from here to roughly there. I would make it for the 50 MA on the weekly chart running somewhere here. And that could be an interesting trade. Looking a bit closer, we can see that we moving inside that triangle here. It's a bit more obvious, I think, on the 4 hours. Compressing against the 1675, which is very important level. Has been key several times, and it's been support so far, but potentially could break down now. So having a close look at that level to potentially trade on the short side until we get to 1600, and 1600 would be probably a nice long entry point for longer term trade and new attempt to break the 1800 level. But yes, looking at this, looking at sugar quickly, also have some sort of a sell-off today, but not highly concerned since the move to the top near 11 didn't actually set any divergence, so we had the momentum to move there. Nothing really concerning there, but I think the gap here at 10 is really extremely tempting, so very likely to see the price go down to 10. I will hold the position. There's no point exiting long position just for that small move, and then potentially accumulation before we start and make a new attempt to move higher. So yes, we can see also that the trend line on the RSI, there's plenty of room to drop here and still make a touch on it. That should act as a nice support. So we're still looking at making a higher low on sugar to confirm the reversal, and that's probably what's happening at the moment. So a little bit of patience required. Could have been moving a bit faster up, but yeah, that's patience is part of the trade, so hold on to this definitely for a bit longer. And finally, looking at coffee, so we had that break out I was talking about earlier this week, above 108. No major follow through, a little bit of a divergence created now on the hourly chart from that move. Could cause some problems should that level continue to be resisting. It might actually end breaking lower until we reach the other trend line on the RSI that could set the pullback lower, potentially to 105, 107 to depending, but if the momentum can catch up and break through that trend line and invalidate the divergence here, something like this, we could see a nice attempt to go to 112 potentially. That would open then the door from larger move to the 125. So yeah, I'll be looking at this as well, but no reason to exit that trade. Let it run its course, and hopefully will turn up good. And yeah, do another check on these commodities over the weekend, and wish you safe trading and success, and speak to you soon. Cheers, bye.